against Spurs, like once Ose top of the Premier League table, it's tough to take him out of the Premier League table. When it's top of the table, it's very tough. I don't know why United. I don't know why you guys sack Ose. Ose wasn't the problem for United. It was not the problem. It was the players. It wasn't the problem. It was the board. They were unwilling to back Ose. That was my worry.
It's going to be interesting because this is the first team you guys played since Manchester United, so that are in the top six. So
Exactly. So that will show us where also our strength, like where we going and the thing, overall thing. That's what
yeah,
it's gonna show. Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna play Mount on the wings. That's what I
No,
think he's gonna do.
no, Timo Werner is gonna play the week. I think because Pulisic is fit, so Pulisic will probably come from the bench. Timo Werner is gonna play, and I think either Mount Kovacic, Kante, or Mount Havertz Kante. It depends on how he wants to play it.
I don't know. I just
So
have a feeling he's gonna might play Timo Werner down the middle
no, I
and
don't
might
think so.
play
I don't.
Mount.
We need the target man. We need the target man. So we probably play Timo Werner on the left wing, on the sorry on the left wing. Sorry. So play Mount on the wing. Just the way they already play the 4-3-3 formation. That works. It works
But
better.
do you think? Okay, but do you think the tactics of Lampard? Do you think he's gonna play a defensive tactic, or you gonna think he's gonna play the
I think Ose will attack. Ose will defend more than attacking. So I think Ose Mori is gonna defend, while Lampard is gonna attack.
what was that?
I think Ose will probably defend, while Frank Lampard is gonna attack. I don't think Lampard will attack. I don't think he's gonna attack. I do not think so.
No, it's my phone.
So you want to go probably defensive and counter attacking.
Yeah.
Let me
So
let me say that other.
if you guys are playing counter attacking and try to sit deep and be defensive, wouldn't it be more better if you guys played with fast attack counter attacking players? So you
Yeah,
want
exactly.
pace. You need so that's why I think he's gonna play Timo Werner down the middle because it cause with Giroud and Tammy Abraham is better if you're playing against a Newcastle where they sit deep. You know you have to break them down and then
Hmm.
you have a target man. But with when you're playing against Tottenham, where they're gonna sit back and sit deep, I think what Lampard is gonna do is he's gonna sit deep. He's gonna be very defensive, and he's gonna let Tottenham have the ball, and he's gonna try to hit them on the break. I think that's what he's trying to do.
I think yeah, Ose will not attack. Ose will not attack. That's my issue with Ose. He will not attack. He will go defense. How you doing, Vilton?
I'm good,
Vilton,
man.
how
How
you
are
doing?
you?
For the God,
I'm good.
how's work going, bro?
Hmm.
How's work going? Work is top of mind.
Wait, what'd you say? I can't hear you.
How's work? How's work going? Hope work is okay with your place. I hope COVID is not kind of affecting where you're working. Yeah, like it affected a little bit of where I was working. Yeah. Like three people had to quarantine for like 14 days because of the test. But it's the guys in Chicago that moving in the United States is too much rising. So it's what it is though. So guys, welcome guys. So we're gonna do the preview of the Premier League weekend matches. So starting from the Liverpool, so Manchester City match, to the United match, to the big match, the London Derby, the Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea match. So guys, we do the preview. So we go live now. So let me come to Said first. So Said, your thoughts on Liverpool Brighton. So who do you think is going to lead? Because based on what Liverpool has been playing, if you look at the Champions League match they played on Tuesday, they were
Hmm.
beaten by Atlanta, and I can call that like a one of which doesn't kind of I don't think it kind of matters. So how do you see this team now? Because you know Brighton is going to come at you and score goals. So are you worried for Liverpool? Are you be like is one of the Liverpool is going to take this? Going to win?
I think this might be a banana peel for Liverpool
Liverpool?
because Brighton is a good team. I feel like because their name is Brighton and the history they have, people don't rate them as high. But I've seen them play against Aston Villa and they destroyed Aston Villa.
Yep.
And this team is not a bad team. and they play good football. They will press you. They play quick. They have a lot of quick players. They're very aggressive. They're very front footed and they're very attacking. So I think they have that right back Lamptey. They have Mope. They have players that can hurt Liverpool. That's for sure. So for me, it all depends on the approach that Liverpool has in this game, especially
Mm-hmm.
the fact that it's an early game. It's very early.
Yeah, very early. Yeah.
And so it's an early game, and the approach that Liverpool players have, because they can, in my opinion, if they have the approach of this is Brighton, this is an easy game, we're gonna win this game, then I think Brighton can surprise them. Um, so I mean, but I don't see that happening. I think I can see Jurgen Klopp really get into their his team and saying, guys, we need to kick on. We had a great win on against Leicester. We dropped off against Atalanta, even though yes, there was like you change it up. But I think he's gonna go. I think in training and right now he's going really hard on the Liverpool players to be like, guys, we need to like really stamp our authority in this game, and we need to kick on our season. Because I don't think Liverpool has kicked on their season just yet. Um, their season has been up and down. Their season's been up and down. So I don't know. I mean, I won't be shocked if
Mm-hmm.
Brighton get a result. I won't be shocked because I rate Brighton a lot. I rate them over like, other teams like Crystal Palace and Newcastle. I rate Brighton. But I just think Jurgen Klopp is a great manager, and I think he's really gonna go in this team and be like, guys, we need to have maximum effort and performance, and we have to be up for every game from now on, or else you can see a crazy see because if Liverpool drop points, man, then you never know what could happen, man. Like that just makes like that just give either Chelsea or Tottenham, you know, is gonna have more emphasis on that game. That game will be more important. So it's gonna be interesting. I think Liverpool's gonna win, but will I be shocked if Brighton get a result? No way.
So you'll not be shocked if Liverpool lose the match. You won't be shocked.
No, I
Are you gonna
won't.
be shocked?
I've watched Brighton a few times this season. I watched them under
Mm-hmm.
us, and I watched them under Aston Villa. This team is a good team. Um, they just don't. They're not very clinical at times, but
Yeah.
they do create chances, and I can see them creating chances against Liverpool. So if Liverpool, for some reason, if they're just not switched on, and then don't want to like every player is not switched on, and maybe like there's a few players, especially in key roles, especially in like in the defense or in midfield that are not switched on. I can see
Mm-hmm.
Brighton getting chances, and I'm not saying so. I won't be shocked if Brighton get a result. I think it'll be very. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's very. I think it's very unlikely that they win, but I
Mm-hmm.
could see them getting a draw. A draw
So
won't shock me.
who is at home between Brighton and Liverpool? Is it Brighton? Is it the Amex Stadium or the Anfield? Where?
I think it's away. I don't think it's at. Let me just check real quickly. I think the Liverpool game is. I think Liverpool are away. I don't think it's Anfield. Yep, it's away. It's at Brighton Stadium.
Oh, the Amex Stadium. Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's a positive for the Brighton side because now they have like an home advantage. Like have to help them a
Yeah,
lot. I think there's the
and
fans there.
I think that also like what so Liverpool played on Wednesday. They
Mm-hmm.
probably came back to Liverpool. Probably that day they probably had training yesterday, and they're flying out today. So I don't know. I mean, this is could be like I said. This might be a bananas. There might be a banana appeal where I think Liverpool might slip up. That's why I'm saying I'm not gonna be shocked. But if Liverpool
Okay.
do if Liverpool win, then it's just Liverpool's just great, you know. So I mean, like
Wow.
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
this
if
season is a
Liverpool,
weird season, though.
yeah, if Liverpool lose, why? So if Liverpool lose now, so what does it? How does the table look if Liverpool lose? Does it open up the tables, or how does it feel for the other teams who have yet to play? How do they feel when they
I
see
feel
Liverpool
like
lose?
I feel like that because the thing is, if Liverpool don't win tomorrow, then it put more pressure on that Tottenham and Chelsea game because that means Tottenham will have a chance to extend their lead at top. Right now, they're both on 20 points, and the only thing
Yeah,
that's
just
separating them is goal difference. That means
yeah.
Tottenham and Mourinho will get a little bit breathing room. And
Mm-hmm.
if Chelsea is serious about the title, then they will want to win that game as well. So so that means you might see you're gonna see a very the Chelsea Tottenham game is gonna be very intense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that more intense than it was gonna be, because everyone's just assuming that Liverpool's gonna win. But if Liverpool drop points, then that means
Yeah.
the pressure increases massively on that game on both the managers and the players. So if a lot of people believe Tottenham is gonna have a chance to win the league, I believe
Mm-hmm.
so as well. So that's gonna put a pressure on them. They say, okay, yes, this is a chance we have to actually extend our lead, and then if Chelsea have any ambition of winning a title, then they have to win that game as well. So it's massive. It's very massive, and in this could literally be the the story could be written out for this week alone. If
Wow.
that make any sense, like the story
Yeah.
of what will happen at the end of the season can be written starting from this weekend. That's how big I think this weekend is. So,
So let's go to Arsenal Wolf. Who wins the Arsenal Wolf? Wolverhampton Wanderers
ooh,
Arsenal. Because we know Arsenal has been a little bit of shaky. They have not been
mhm.
that really good. So do you see Wolf winning, like being superior over Arsenal, or you want to give Arsenal the edge?
um, this might be one of the most difficult games to call because in
Mm-hmm.
one sense you can see Arsenal hasn't been playing well, but with Wolves as well, they haven't been at the same level as they were last year. So,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just looking at the last couple of games Wolves played, so like just going all the way back to Leeds. So they beat Leeds 1-0. They drew with Newcastle 1-1. They beat Wolves 2 they beat Crystal Palace 2-0. They lost to
Mm-hmm.
Leicester 1-0, and they drew with Southampton just on Monday 1-1. So for me, I this game screams of a draw. Um
Okay.
I feel like both teams might go defensive.
Wow.
And there's not going to be a lot of football that's going to be played. So you won't see a lot of chances created for either team. Um, Arsenal has a hard time scoring in the league. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so so that being said, I don't see Arsenal scoring a lot of goals. If I mean they haven't scored a goal this whole November in the league. They haven't scored a single goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
think
is.
the yeah. So for me, I see a draw. Um, if not a draw, then I give the edge slightly to Wolves. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but there's really not much in between these two teams, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, because Wolves
So
right
you.
now are on 14 points, by the way, and they're in
Mm-hmm.
ninth. And then Arsenal are on 13 and 12. So there's 1 point separating these two teams. So there's not
Wow.
much in between these two teams. So
Mm-hmm.
um, so yeah, this table is gonna be crazy after this weekend. There's a lot of games, so it
A lot
might
of
change
them.
dramatically. You might see a lot of crazy stuff going on, man, because it's pretty tight. It's tight because um, there's literally 9 points separating Leeds in 15th, and Tottenham at in first. There's 9 points separating first from 15th. So it's a lot closer than a lot of people think. This tape is a lot packed, more packed than people think.
Wow. So let me go to Manchester City Burnley. Who do you see? I think that's Man City's outstanding match in which they haven't played, right? I believe so.
Manchester
Is
City,
it the
right?
yeah? City Burnley. Is that the outstanding match they haven't played? Is it the outstanding match they haven't played?
No, no. Their outstanding match they haven't played is against Aston Villa. That hasn't been
Oh,
scheduled yet.
oh, okay. Aston Villa. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, so that one because Manchester United plays our Manchester United's outstanding game is Burnley. So
Oh,
Manchester United, Burnley, and Aston Villa and Man City, they still don't have a schedule out for that one. So
wow. So who do you think will win for the City match?
I was thinking about this game a lot. Manchester City has been in weird form. They haven't been on the best form. Is they've been hot and cold. Um, so let me just put in more context. I'm gonna go back to the Leeds game. So Leeds they drew 1-1. Then they played
Mm-hmm.
against Arsenal. They beat them 1-0. In the Champions League is where they do the best. So they beat Porto 3-1, and then they played West Ham. They drew 1-1. They beat Marseille, which is a disgraceful club right now, 3-0. And then they beat Sheffield United 1-0.
Yep.
And then they beat Olympiacos 3-0. They tied with Liverpool 1-1, and they got beaten by Spurs 2-0, and they beat Olympiacos 1-0. So again, there's another team that's struggling to score goals. Um, so what Burnley's gonna do is that they're gonna sit tight, they're gonna sit deep, they're gonna be physical. And Burnley's never a good game to play against anybody. Like is Burnley seems to have a lot of pick clubs have a hard time with Burnley. Um, so for me, is this Manchester City's home. So I see Manchester City winning, but if Manchester City lose this game, then I believe they won't make top four.
So how confident are you? Because we know they still have an outstanding match in which they haven't played yet. You know that, right?
Yes, that's true. But for me, I feel like you know with the Premier League, and I mean, and me, you've been watching for so long.
Yeah,
We've seen big clubs struggle. Like I remember when Jose Mourinho's last season at Chelsea,
yeah,
Jose Mourinho's last season at United. What you call it? Manchester United first season got David Moyes. We see a lot of teams unravel at the beginning of the season. That
yeah.
a lot of big clubs that you don't see. So it's not easy. It's not a lot of people. Oh, it's City. They have the players. Regardless of that, it's not easy to pick yourself up if once you're on a bad slump.
Mm-hmm.
So if they lose to Burnley, then they're just gonna be dropping further and further down the table. Because the crazy thing about it is, look, if I'm looking at this, there's there's 3 points. There's 3 points that separates Manchester City and Brighton, which are on 16th.
3 points. Are you kidding me? 3 points?
There's th- there's 3 points that separate Brighton and Manchester City, and Brighton on 16th.
Let me bring up the
There
Premier League.
is which is crazy. So if Manchester City don't win this game, I can't see them making a top four. That's just my opinion because it, it's just because I feel like and it's gonna be hard, man. Because if we don't win this game and then you lose to Burnley and then let me just check
I'm checking. I want to. Okay.
their fixtures. Yeah. Eh, Yeah, they play Burnley, then they play Porto, then they play Fulham, which you expect them to win.
Yeah.
That will be a shock. Oh my god. Then after Marseille, they have the Manchester Derby. Then they have West Ham. Then they have Southampton, Arsenal in the FA Cup, Everton, Newcastle, Chelsea. So it's gonna be interesting because like if they don't win this game, then every game is gonna be a must win. So um I don't my thing is I'm not gonna yeah so
So are you gonna put this more on Pep Guardiola if he lose, like because of his system, or you're gonna put it basically more on the players because the player doesn't?
I just feel like I have a big this is my general feeling. I feel like the time I think his time's up at Manchester City. That's generally what I believe. I believe like any club, small club, big club, there's always that period where the manager just need to be changed because it just you ran his course. That's just modern day football. Um, like you won't see. That's why you don't see the Arsene Wenger's and the Alex Ferguson and all the guys anymore because that's just modern day football. Like the game changes too much, where you just need to refresh every couple of years. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like at this point with Manchester City, it's getting to a point where I think there's a fatigueness in the team where, they won't come out and say it, but there's a fatigueness in the team where they just, at a play, you get sick and tired of the same voice, doing the
Mm-hmm.
same things. Nothing ever changes. Same old, same old, same old, same old. And the more bad results you have, the more you won't have that confidence you used to have of the manager and what he tells you to do. It decreases. That's players that have short term the short term mentality. Like they, the more, for example, lost to Spurs. If you lose to Burnley too, then the players psychologically they're just gonna it's gonna get more and more be like, man, this guy's telling me to do this. It's not working.
Yeah.
Why is
So
he telling me to do this?
do you Pep Guardiola signing 2 years deal doesn't like could be more issue than him just leaving because I think the 2 years is for me. I don't think he needs to sign that 2 years deal. I just think he needs to kind of reinvent himself as a manager. Maybe take a sabbatical for 1 year and come back to football entirely. Because for me, the 2 years deal, I do not think he's gonna like reinvent himself back, like I said. So if he's giving like 200 or 300 million to spend a game and he's still not delivering the Champions League, then what's the thing
Mhm.
about him as a manager? You know, that's not a world class manager for me because when you keep giving money week in and week out and still can't deliver the Champions, it will come a day when the board will be like, let's go. We've given you this money, we've given you this backing, but still you didn't perform in the UCL. That is what they're missing. They are winning on. They've already won on the trophies needed to win. It is only the UCL keeping them back.
But
Do you
here's
think the
yeah.
first 2 years doing the Guardiola line could be a failure, could be an architect of failure for them, or you don't think so?
See, what I think is because the thing is, I don't understand why they had him sign a 2 year deal right now. Because the thing is, nothing. Because the thing is, there was nothing they would have lost if they would have waited. If that
Mm-hmm.
makes any sense. Where this like the same thing with Antonio Conte signing a 2 year deal after last year, and then Manchester United given Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that contract before the season ended when they gave it to him. It's just like nothing like there's no if you don't have any reason if there's no like I think they panic. I think Manchester City as a football club panic. And what they wanted to do is they wanted to secure their future and confirm their future. And the only way they thought they could do that is by um, signing what you call it Pep Guardiola to that contract. So
Yeah.
that being said, what now they're doing is like okay because they're thinking in their mind they're thinking um, after Guardiola There's no Manchester City after Guardiola. I think that's a mentality they're having right now. That they're saying
Mm-hmm.
we invested so much in this guy that, and then we put all our eggs in the basket in this one guy that is either him or bust. So, but the problem is like history shows you that Pep Guardiola, that guy let's say he hasn't lasted more than 4 years out of club. This is the
Yeah.
longest time. Will be the longest time period he's gonna be out of club.
Mm-hmm.
So for City, it's a sense where like they said, okay, we hit the jackpot with Pep Guardiola, and then we're gonna ride with him as long as we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be more problems than they ever imagined. So because like the thing is, you lost to Lyon in the Champions League.
Yeah.
That's what the moment where, as a club, you kind of have to think very, 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 very carefully before you act, and you say like, okay, it did. You got to think like, hey, has it is it the time where it's just the end of this marriage? And then that's what they should have thought about and actually discussed it. And all they had to do this season was just wait and tell him, listen, let's just wait for the end of the season. We're gonna assess the season, then we're gonna give you your contract. Or else we're not gonna give you a contract and you can move on with your life. And we could move on with the club. And then I think Pep Guardiola would have been okay with that. I think he would have been happy with that. So I don't understand why they gave him this contract. I really don't. It really baffles me. It's a sense. It's not. It's a. It seems like a sense of desperation, and a sense of panic, where they just. I don't get it. You have managers like Pochettino on the market. You also have a manager and Julian Nagelsmann that's that you can probably convince at the end in this summer to come to you. You have, I don't know. You can,
Allegri. Matt Allegri.
yeah, Allegri. You can have Allegri. Yeah, I mean, there's probably gonna. You never know. Messi, maybe Luis Enrique after the World Cup. You can
Yeah.
maybe have. There's just so much. There was like so much things they could have done. Right now, they just put themselves in a cage, where like you can't sack Pep now. But if things just goes, if things just goes south, then you have to. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, what do you do now? For example, if they lose to Burnley, damn, bro, like, and then Brighton ends up winning, they're on the same points of Brighton at 16th. That's
So if
crazy.
Brighton goes above them, the Brighton win, right?
I don't think so because of goal difference. I think which is crazy. Oh, wait.
If Brighton win, does
It
Brighton
depends.
go?
It depends on the match how it turns out. Because right now, Manchester City has a -1 goal difference and Brighton has a -2.
Okay.
So if Brighton beats Liverpool, for example, 2-0 or something like that, and Manchester City end up losing 1-0, then Brighton goes up above them. They
Oh,
drop down to
Brighton.
16th.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Man City
So
gets 15. Wow.
it just doesn't. It all depends on how the matches happen. Because but it's crazy though. Like the fact that you think that if Leeds win, they definitely will go above them. So that means that Manchester City will drop to 15th, and then if
This is
Brighton,
wow.
you
So
know
let's
what's
talk.
what's crazy, Abdullah, before we move on, is that Manchester City plays against Burnley, right? If Burnley
Mhm.
wins, there will be 4 points from Manchester City, and then Burnley are on 17th right now.
Wow. So
They're one point.
if
If
Burnley wins, they
Burnley,
will remain 17, right? They will remain 17.
yeah, but there will be 4 points. There will be 4 points.
I think.
Difference between Manchester City and Burnley, who are on 17th,
Wow.
and Fulham are on 18th with 4 points. So you literally gonna be the worst, the four, like that's a that's this what Manchester City are in right now is basically the relegation zone. That's what
It's
they're
in,
on.
yeah,
That's crazy.
and it's even in November. Not even it's not even around January. It's in November, and this has
That's
happened.
crazy. Yes,
Yeah,
and then there's big games coming up. They play against United
but the
in
Manchester derby is coming up.
yeah, Manchester Derby is coming up. I think they also play against Chelsea
Yeah, they play
pretty
against us
soon.
in January. They play us in
Yeah,
January.
so there's games coming up left and right. So Manchester City, if they want to be in the top four, they had to get they had to they have to win this game. If they don't win this game, I don't think they're gonna make top four. That's just I think that's gonna be out the window.
Wow. So let's go to your club, Man United Southampton. Is this the right period to play Southampton or no? At the United fans,
I don't
based on
like
how Southampton have been playing, is it the
I
right time to
don't
play
like
them?
Southampton. I don't like that team. That team gives us so much problems. Like we didn't beat this team at all that season. We drew against them twice last season.
You drew
Um,
against them twice.
yes, this is the one of the few teams we haven't beat at all last season. We have a hard problem with Southampton because Southampton press a lot, and
Mhm.
with the because of Maguire and Lindelof, they like because especially Maguire because he doesn't have a good mobility, and we tend to pass from the back. That gives us a lot of problems. Um, but this is also a must-win for United. If United wants to get into the conversation of top four, we need to win this game. That's simple as that. So I think we're gonna win. I think I think we're gonna win because I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the players, I think they will understand how big this game is. And then I think they're gonna fight all because if Manchester United, the problem with my team is a mentality problem. Because when
Mhm.
Manchester United wants to play and we fight and we want to get the 3 points, we usually do it. But
Mhm.
when we come into the game, it just seems like we just don't care, and everyone is just like, jogging around. They get pulling out of 50-50s. Damn, then that's when we in big trouble. So for me, I think we will win this game.
What do
I
you
think
say?
we'll
Do
win
you
this game.
think that they win for United or a draw for you guys?
I think it will be a win. I think we'll win this game. I think I think if Manchester United, because I just this is what I hope. I hope Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has looked at Southampton and has looked at especially the Spurs game. And if they because Southampton will press you a lot and they press you high, and if you could beat their press, there's a lot of space in behind. So if Manchester United could use the pace of Rashford and Martial and maybe have like an Edison Cavani where he can
Mhm.
drop in deep and create that space in behind and hit and have Bruno Fernandes and probably hopefully Van der Beek be putting in those balls in behind and try to get in behind Southampton. Then yes, I think we can win this game. Um, but will I be shocked if we draw this game or even lost the game? No. Southampton is one of those teams we struggle against for some reason. We do. We, this team is not an easy team to play against.
Wow.
Chelsea should know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the big match on Sunday is the Tottenham Hotspur Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. So as a fans now, who do you want to win that match? Tottenham or
Whew,
Spurs? Or
that's a
how does
good.
the match? How do you think the match will come out?
I want to draw. That's what I
Mm.
want because I think that would be the best result for Man United if we win. Because the thing is, if Chelsea wins, then you guys are going to be like that much ahead of us.
It depends on how Liverpool play. It depends on how Liverpool because Liverpool play first. If Liverpool lose, if we win on Sunday, we go top. We go top. So we go top of the table. So it's a massive, massive match for us. Massive, massive match. Massive match for us. So it's a match in which we have to win because just to have that superiority over Tottenham Hotspur, we're gonna win that match. Just to be superior over them, we have to win that match and show them, yeah, we are the king of London. Because Jose Mourinho is gonna come with a plan, so we have to make sure that those plans is coming out is being notified out. I think the only
Yes,
players I'm fearful for in that sport is Ungmin Son. That's
yes,
the player I'm very very worried for. Son Ungmin. That guy, when he's in form, I don't like him to play that guy. He's just so in form. Son
but
Heung-min is very, very in form. Very in
ca- I was thinking about this game, and I
form.
think if Lampard is, if I'm gonna give Lampard a lot of credit if she goes defensive in
I
this
don't
game.
think I don't think he
If
needs
you,
to go defensive against Ose. He needs to attack Ose because Ose will not come out. Ose will go defensive.
but that's the
Ose
thing
will,
though. If because think about it, Abdullahi, you know Jose Mourinho is gonna go defensive,
yeah,
but if Chelsea go defensive, it's not something Jose Mourinho is gonna expect. And
yeah.
then if Chelsea gives up possession and let Spurs get possession, then Spurs I feel like won't know how to react. I think Spurs will
Because the
be
problem is,
shocked.
Son has more deadly players like Son Heung-min and what's called Harry Kane, who are very deadly. When you give them those chances, they're very, very clinical.
But
That is why I
but
prefer. Mm-hmm.
no,
Sorry.
but then I agree with you. But the thing is, like, I don't think Tottenham is very good at breaking down teams. They struggle. For example, before they beat Man City, they played against West Brom and they struggled to break them down. They scored a header that flicked on. I think Harry Kane flicked on. Was it someone?
Son,
Someone
Son,
flicked onto Harry Kane,
Harry Kane.
and it was just like one of those like improbable goals, unexpected goals. So they scraped out a win. So for me, it just shows you that Tottenham they're gonna have a hard time with breaking down teams. So if Chelsea is defensive and give up possession of the ball and give the ball to Tottenham, then Tottenham is gonna be the onus on them to break you guys down. And I feel like if then that's why I think he's gonna play Timo Werner down the middle, and he's gonna play Mason Mount on the right, and he's gonna play Hakim Ziyech on the left, because what he will want is that three players that could be interchangeable, but they could actually hit them on a break pace with the
Mm.
pace. So
Wow.
that I think that's what he's gonna. I think that's what Lampard is gonna do, and if he does that, I feel like that would be it'll be genius, because first thing, Mourinho won't expect that. Second thing, I don't, and with the setup that Mourinho is gonna have, they won't be equipped to deal with that. They won't
Yeah.
be equipped to deal with that. It's gonna expose their defense, especially their center back,
No,
because
yeah,
no
no Toby
Toby.
has yeah.
Yes,
So it's gonna
so
be Dyer and Sanchez.
yes,
These
so
two
it's
players
gonna
have a very mistake in them. They have a mistake in them also.
so it's gonna
Yeah.
expose them. So I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what's gonna happen. So that being said, I think Chelsea might win. I'm not gonna lie to you. As much as I hate it, as much as I really, really hate it, I think Chelsea might win. I think Chelsea might win because I think Lampard is gonna do that. I think
Mm-hmm.
Lampard is gonna do that, and then because I think because because the thing is, if Lampard says I'm gonna play my way and we're gonna keep the ball, we're gonna take the game to Chelsea. I think you guys are gonna lose, and you guys might lose bad, because Tottenham because Tottenham they're gonna, because you have to think about this. Mourinho is gonna drill to Tottenham to be compact, to
Yeah.
be
To be
compact,
very
and
difficult. Yeah.
to be very defensive. So if
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea goes and they try to play them and try to play football and try to open them up and all that stuff, then Chelsea, then they're gonna you guys are gonna hit on the counter, and it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be counter. They're gonna do the same thing to Manchester City they did to Manchester City. So I think Lampard knows that. I think Lampard is very, very aware of that. And the only way to nullify Son's pace is to not give him space.
Wow.
So
So
you know what I mean? So that's hence why I think Chelsea is going to be very defensive. You guys are probably going to play three in the back. I
I
think
don't
you're
think
going
that
to.
I don't think you should play three at the back. because I don't think he should play. Because Ose will probably play three at the back. He'll probably play three at the back.
Yes.
I want us to play the same formation. Yeah, the same formation we've been playing recently. Just go.
Yeah.
Once we play this formation, we can go defensive against them. If we play 4-3-3, we can easily go defensive like 4-1-4-1 or 4-5-1. We can easily go defensive with them and just like hit them on the counter. But we don't want us to play three at the back because if we play three at the back, we're not trying our wingers. No pace in that team. They're gonna be like all of them gonna be defending. And in this Tottenham team, once you go at them, you can call them. Just go at them. You can even call them. You have a very pacey player in Akim Ziyech, Timo Werner. These are very good players who can score goals. So once you go at Tottenham, they have mistake in them. Eric Dyer and their what's called David Sanchez. They have mistake in them. They can easily make it. Eric Dyer could go Sunday and just brain fat and just foul Timo Werner on the box and it's a penalty. He could do that. So those mistakes will happen. I could see it very well in Eric Dyer or David Sanchez. It happens a lot. So that's why I said we need to go at them. We don't need to go defend. Just go at them and play them. Go at them and play them.
You know,
And that's
I think
so if first score first, it's gonna be difficult to break them down. We need to score first to put the pressure on them.
it'll be interesting because I think you're gonna see a lot of management going on in this game. I think both teams, or else the team. So you might. So this the result might end up being that the manager that makes some more tactical changes wins the game. So because I think because I understand what you're saying that you need to go and attack them, but in the beginning I think that both teams gonna respect each other. So I think the
Yeah.
first couple of minutes is not gonna be the best. You might
Yep.
see like maybe Song or Timo Werner run into the box a couple of times or something like that, and might have a break. But I think in the beginning it's gonna be very cagey. Both teams gonna be respecting each other. Um, so you're gonna see maybe tactical changes inside the game where you might see because I think Mason Mount is gonna play on the wing. That's just my opinion. I
I
don't
don't
think
think
Giroud.
I don't think Mason Mount should play in the wing. For me, I don't think so. The formation we play now at the moment is working for this player. Lampard needs to keep on that formation. But once you keep that formation, we can go defensive because we did it last week. We play Man City 4-3-3. But in the
Yeah.
match we play 4-1-4-1 formation, which is more of a defensive, in which Pep Guardiola did not expect because we really go defensive with them. So it could work also against us too. We could just go defensive against them like a 4-3-3. We could easily turn to a 4-1-4-1 formation very easily. We could turn them.
Mm.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting because um I just the thing for you as Chelsea fans that you need to be worried about is like if Lampard goes if he actually in terms of this match if he's very naive,
Yeah,
because you don't
that's what
want you
you need
don't
to
you
be
don't
nice.
yeah you don't want him to go and try to attack try to break him down all that stuff, and then you get hit in the counter and then you lose the game,
I
because
don't want that.
this game is too big. I feel like this game is way too big for either team to lose the game.
Yep.
So which is interesting because the way I'm talking, like it seems like it's gonna be a draw. So
I
um
don't want the best. I just want to win, like to have that superior over them.
yeah, because like if you guys win, you guys go above them. It's that simple.
Yep.
So
You got
it's
both.
like yeah.
You got both.
So
So that's the energy I want from the player. The mentality for them to show that we can do this in a bigger stage. You can easily do this. Easily do this.
I think
Yeah.
also I think also the
Mm-hmm.
top four might this I think this is gonna be the top four though.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think it's
like
gonna be a top four battle this year.
yeah.
It's not gonna be straightforward. It's gonna be very long. Like because this year, I think like I said, I told that here and the other guys, the team who has the most score depth and who scored the most goals is gonna win the APL. If you
Yes.
know how to score the most goals, you win the APL. And also
Yes.
who has the most score depth will win the APL. Those two advantage is gonna make which team is gonna be better to win the APL. the team who scored goals and the team who has a better bench wins the EPL. Those two teams win the EPL. Those two teams
Yeah. So
they win the EPL.
Abdullahi, I'm gonna say good luck to you, man. I have to go back to
No
work.
worries, man. This is
So
already finished.
so yeah, good luck to you. I'm gonna be this. I'm telling you, and remember,
Mm-hmm.
if Burnley do beat Manchester City, remember who said it first, man. That this could
Yeah,
be a
you said it.
possibility, man. So
Yeah,
and then it's interesting because a lot of people don't are still believing they're saying Manchester automatically gonna be in the top four. I don't know,
at
man.
the
I
moment,
don't
it's too
know,
early.
man.
We have to see. The way Man City are playing, I don't trust Man City. Man
Yeah.
City are giving me. I don't trust Man City, man. But we will see, though. Thanks for joining, bro. Thanks
Yeah,
for
no
coming
problem,
in,
no
bro.
problem, man. Anytime. I'm looking forward to Sunday as well.
All right, man.
Alrighty, man.
So,
All
guys,
right.
mhm. Guys, thank you for coming in for the family live stream. We're just gonna do the preview of the APL matches with my guy, it's a Saeed, guys. He's a United fans. He's one of my guys. So we did the preview for the Sunday match. So we're gonna come after the post match reaction to give our lovely, beautiful, delicious post match for you guys to enjoy. So guys, I'm gonna see you guys on Sunday after the Spurs versus Chelsea. I hope we win so we can have that superiority over Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, guys, see you on Sunday. Peace out, guys. Peace. Stay safe, guys, and peace.